Hello Minecrafters, and welcome to episode 55 of our Direwolf 20 Let's Play series. And as you can see, I am still wearing my bound armor that we did in the last episode. And it was mentioned something about enchanting the armor, but I've not been able to do that. I have tried both with books, using the Britannia altar in here with the books over here, and I can't even place the armor over here. So if you try and right click it, it doesn't go on there. And I've also tried it on an anvil, which I guess I can just teleport over there. Tried it over here on my anvil, that didn't work either. So I don't know that you can actually enchant the bound armor, but if there are ways, feel free to post up in the comments down below. I like powerful armor. I like more powerful armor more. So, hey, that's the way that goes. But anyways, I've been looking into a couple of things, and one was some issues I was having with my reactor. Now, if you've been following along for any amount of time, you'll know that I use the capacitor banks quite a bit, and I used to have the older ones up here. So instead of pulling them all out when the vibrants came out, I just added this down here, connected it to the ones that were up there. That way, the power came out of these, filled that up there, and went that way. But it seemed like I was using a lot of power, a lot more than it should, so I ended up taking that out and just ran the power lines and ran off of these, and everything seems to be back down where it should be. With the exact same things running, I would say I'm probably using half the power that I was. So I'm not really sure if it was a glitch or what it was, but apparently they didn't like the way I had it set up. So this seems to be working a lot better now. I've got a few things done, but I also wanted to reference something on here. And what are we at right now? That's 95, so that's about 97%, so I can cut it on for a minute. And that is the amount of power that we get from this. It's about 11.6, which is pretty good. And we're using 1.35, 1.34 millibuckets per tick of our Yellorium. And the reason I reference that is because one of the things that I am planning on doing is doing another reactor. And I've actually got a place for that, but I wanted to go over a couple of things in here. I did end up getting our inputs in, and basically from the quarries that I run, that all comes into here from this ender chest, and then this one is supposed to go to my, let's see, that one is supposed to go over here. Why is this not working? Why do I have this set up like that? That should not be set up like that. Okay, well that should be well, that would certainly explain an issue I was having earlier, because one of the things that I had going on was my quarry wouldn't run, and apparently this may be why, because that was backstuffed. So lovely. Well, at least we got that done. Processing. So anyways, anything from the quarry comes into here. And then from here, I've got different filters and things like that. As you saw, this all goes to my Fortune 3 pickaxe. And then after it breaks these items with Fortune, then it goes back over here. And it goes back down the line again. Then this goes to my smelting process and grinding process, which is why I also have the flint in here, so it'll feed into my not the smeltery, the sag mill that's over there. And so that's how that process is in. And then I've got my deep storage units, and what those deep storage units hold is everything that is from the block of redstone up to stone. So everything above except for the ruby. Actually, the ruby was less than my block of redstone whenever I did it, so there you go. And I'm not really sure what I'm going to use all these for. I've got a whole bunch of them, and about the only thing you can make out of them are tools. And I don't use tools that much, because most of that's automated, but there you go. Okay, on the agenda for today. We'll go here. And where's my little place here? Ah, there it is. One of the next things I wanted to work on is power. And it's not a freaky kind of power or anything out of the ordinary. I'm wanting to move my reactor down here. And so, you know, I dug out this little place here to put it, and then I've kind of got to playing around with my wand and equal trade, and my OCD kicked in, and it was not pretty. I mean, all the way to the point that I went over here and I redid all of this so it's all nice and pretty and white. And yeah, don't give a wand like that to somebody with OCD. And I've replaced a bunch of the dirt that was in the walls, and that was where I finally stopped. But anyways, reactor, right. Let's get some parts together. I think I've taught my AE system most of the stuff. And I've actually got my crafting terminal down here now, because I was using the pattern terminal a lot. As you can see, I've added all that stuff for reactors. I've added a whole bunch here, stuff for the sag mill. Just a lot of the auto crafting, auto processes. I can now just tell it to make one of these, and you know, in a few minutes it's done. And it will do everything from grinding up, making the seeds, growing the seeds, all the way through to completed product. So really nice to have that going now. But anyways, I'm not really sure how many of what I need. I know that I'm going to need reactor casing. Let's see, that's this one. And I had to make a few just to get everything working. I don't need chunk loader, or zombie head, or enderium blocks. Not yet anyways. I'm debating on turbine. I don't know if I'll go that far with it. But, you know, the chances are there. So we'll just see. We'll see what kind of twist and turn this takes and where it ends up leading us. Okay, so reactor casing, let's make 50. And should have all that, so that shouldn't take too long. I guess we can do some reactor glass. And we'll see what that leads to. And one other thing I do want to make and work with, and that's the cyanite reprocessor, because I actually have quite a bit of that cyanite, which is here. So I need to get that reprocessed into, I think it's called plutonium, so that I can use that in a reactor as well. Okay, so big reactor. And I'm going to need a controller, which is that one. Let's see. Reactor. There's my glass. Why is it not doing the casings? What am I missing? Why are you not cooking those up? Okay, you're in the wrong place. You need to go here. And I'll probably have to reset that one. And yeah, I'll have to reset that one too. And that one. Okay, try this again. Go with that one. Graphite bar with one coal. Which one's that in? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, wait. Yeah, there. That should work. That's the only thing I can figure out that this is hanging on. All right, hold on just a minute. Let me see if I can find where the hang up is on this, and I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back, and I did figure out what the issue is. And here's the issue. I kept on getting hung up on graphite, and it was in here, but what I forgot was I have to put it at the very bottom. And the reason is because I've got all these set for alloys only. And so you get down to my last one, which is set for furnace only. And I guess I need to set this one for furnace only just to make sure I've got a couple of them. And so what I have to do is make sure that this is either in this one or this one. Because any higher, it's going to be alloy only, and so it's not going to work. So let's go back to our little stuff here, and we need to do a controller. And there's a controller. And we need, where's our plain blocks? Casing, there we go. And we'll start up on that. And so if we turn, yep, see that one fired up. And let's see what else. Some glass. Wait a minute, don't I have some glass? I got 12. All right, I can make a few more. Okay, so everything should be available for that. Let's see. While that's running, that's not the one I wanted. hope it's still on the board up there. Ah, there it is. My builder's wand. Because these are just too handy not to use. Alright, so there's some more glass. That's all my glass, as a matter of fact. And is that everything? I can't remember how many casings I asked for. Yeah, we'll grab 20 more. And let's go ahead and get an anchor while we're at it. Grab one anchor. And we'll go and get started. Oh, tree farm. Update on that. We are finally burning lumber faster than we're digging it. And that means we have a big increase over here, which that means this will fill up before too long. And when these don't have anywhere to output to, they will stop. And so everything will stop until we pour more charcoal out. And with the addition of 2 more of our survivalist generators, we're now also keeping up on our power. So that's just a quick update on that. Let's see. So I want to go back over here, down here, and down here. All right, so where are my torches? That way I can line this up. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so even with that, and then 1. And then that one should be there. And I just thought about something. I bet this area is dark. Yep. I keep on forgetting about having the night sight. Okay, so that should have that taken care of. Now let's see what it's going to take with the reactor casings, because I personally haven't got a clue what it's going to take. I know it's going to be a bunch. Yeah, it's going to be a whole bunch. Because I'm already out. Right there. I got 3 left. Alright, let's put the anchor down here. Let's put it here in the corner. And we'll name this reactor. I'll never figure out what that is. Okay, what's my range? Blood altar, spawn room, mob juice. That's the one I wanted. Alright, what else we got? There's 20 more of those. I'm gonna go ahead, run that up a little bit. No, that's working. I do love that way of traveling. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot. Out again? Man, these are going fast. Okay, this will go a little bit slower now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I should have 2 spaces above. Yep. cool. I probably should have gone ahead and counted how many I needed of what, just so that I could have some stuff prepared. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Go back up. Wait, why am I going back up? I can teleport. Processing. Back to the reactor. All right. There. Maybe that'll hold it for a while. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to get all of this done today in this episode or not. Dope. Let's see, how many more have I got scheduled? 44 more. Yeah, I'll let those run through. I just won't do as much glass. Because I mean, I don't really care about being able to see it, so that's not a big deal for me. Okay, there's that. Now, let's see. If I'm going to come in here, I will want this side to be glass. So I can close off this side. And let's put some glass in. Okay. And I'm out again. Let's see. And tell you what, folks, I'm going to go ahead and pause this and get this built out that way, because it's taking a little bit longer than I thought it would. So hold on just a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and hopefully I've got everything I need to finish off our new reactor down here. One of the things I need to do is put in my learn how to talk. Put in my power taps and my accesses. Actually, I want to put the power tap up there. And you'll see why in just a second. And then I can put in my access. I'll put those up here also. And put that one there. There and there, and take you and flip that one to make you output. And then put in my Yellorium. And there we go. So in theory, this should work. And there we go. I got no idea how much this thing's going to output. Okay, so we are actually putting out more power than we were on the other one, which is nice. The other one was, well, I guess we're about 2,000 more RF a tick just for it being 1 block taller. Nice. So we'll take our Tesseract, throw it here on our little port there. Put that on main power. Tell it, let's see, receive. So I want that send only. Cut those off. So, okay, we're sending power and we're not doing anything with items. Main power, cut on. So now we're sending power out via that one. Now we have another reactor. However, that is not going to be what this is going to be doing. What this is actually going to be for is what these areas over here are for. But there is no way we're going to get that squeezed into today. So next episode, we start turbines. And so it's actually going to tie directly into our reactor. So I'll have liquid, or I'll have a steam port and water port, or our in and out liquid ports over here. And I've got room over here to do the same, but we're going to start off with one turbine. And the reason for this is this. Our power output and the amount of yellorium we use per tick. So I can go ahead and cut this off because we're not really going to be using this right now. Once we get our turbine in here, it costed a little bit for the resources, but you actually end up using a lot less of your yellorium and you get a lot more power output. So we're going to see, hopefully, next episode what that looks like. This episode was pretty much to get that prepared. Why are these weird colors? They don't usually look like that. Usually look like that one. That's interesting. Our yellorium is coming along nicely. We've got a little over 500,000 of our, or not yellorium, the aluminum. One of these days I'll convert my furnace or my power generation over there, convert it over to actually using this. So like I said, we've got our reactor in place. Next episode I will actually go ahead and pre-make the parts. I'll figure out what all we need as far as the assembly. Since I did a good bit of this off camera, I'll go ahead and show you the insides. We've got diamond blocks in the core, and then the I call it the Purina setup for the yellorium. Basically you've got the checkerboard with the one in the center for the yellorium, and then diamond blocks between them. And then outside of that, our coolant is the reactant. Where is it? My brain escapes me. Oh, come on. The stuff's made from ender that makes you teleport. This stuff. Dun, dun, dun. I thought it started with a reactant. It's made from ender, or ender pearls. Oh, good grief. You know, you cut on the microphone and your brain just goes blank. Resonant, not reactant, resonant ender. Using that for this in here. I had thought about using gelid cryothium, and I may still do that, but it is pretty expensive. It's supposed to be the better of the items to use, but for one, gelid cryotheum is affected by gravity. So if you place it at the top, it sinks all the way down. So rather than just like 16 buckets of the ender here, you're looking at, what, 16 times 6. So a whole bunch more. And that's 10 of these cryotheum dust for 1 bucket. And then you're looking at snowball, saltpeter, redstone, and blizz powder to make 2. So 5 sets of this for 1 bucket. And this is made from blizz powder, or well, the blizz powder is made from destabilized redstone into a snowball. Unless you have a way to farm the blizz rods, and I don't. So gelid cryotheum is really good. I just don't know that it's worth the difference. So yeah, we've now got our reactor in place, and like I said, I will set up the liquid ports, and next episode we will build our turbine over here and possibly a second one over here. The dimensions that I am planning on doing is 7 by 7 by 17. So the base will be the same as our reactor, so it should line up right beside it on either side. So I think that should have everything taken care of. Like I said, I got my deep storage units in place. I've got everything coming in. Well, I thought I had everything coming in. We're not backed up again, are we? No, everything's cleared that. Where's my bag? Okay, let's go find out why I'm not running here. Shows power. It's stuck again. Alright, this is the second time this has happened, and this is getting a little frustrating. I wonder, are any of y'all having this issue? Because earlier, I actually reset my ender quarry here because it just stopped running, and I thought it was because it had gotten backed up, but apparently it's doing it again. But I mean, as you can see from Wayla, it's got power, but if you look at the bottom left, it's not budging. And that's on Nether Quarry. It's got power coming in. It's set to receive only, or receive power only. Send and send. So if I go back here, then this one is send, receive, receive. That's where the items come in. That's for my liquids. I wonder if that's it. That just might be it. Because I had moved that over here. Okay, well, we'll find out real quick if that's the cause. Alright, so that was it. Apparently, if you collect liquids, you better make sure you've got a place for them to go, else it'll back up your whole quarry. Okay, so we've got our quarry going again. It's the little things that'll really mess you up. Okay, well, anyways, I believe that should be about our time, maybe just a little bit more. Tune in next episode when we will hopefully be getting our turbine up and running. So that should be interesting. I've done reactors before, but this will be my first turbine, and I'm hoping for 2. One of the things I would like to do is set up at least one laser, and my plan is to run a laser for either uranium or yellorium. That way it can self-feed, and I'm hoping to have this set up so that whatever it brings in for yellorium will go back into it to keep it running. So that way it'll be self-perpetuating, and then any extra power coming off of that will be used for the base and everything else. So, but anyways, that's this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it and the episode helped you any, please help me by clicking like down below. If you have any questions or comments you want to make sure to post down below. And if you've not already subscribed to us here on YouTube, make sure to do that if you would like to be notified when we post up our videos. But most of all, I just hope you enjoyed the episode. Take care and God bless.